Hey guys, what's up? And today I'm going to be talking about Immanuel Quickley and some other steals of the 2020 NBA draft, like Tyrese, Maxey, and Payton Pritchard. Of course, we don't know who the steals of the draft are, as things can change over the next decade or two, and some other players may surprise us. But up to this point, Immanuel Quickley has looked great for the New York Knicks. But before I get into the video, subscribe if you want to see weekly sports content on topics that most channels don't talk about. Also, the stats that are on screen and that I'm talking about will have changed by the time this video goes out, because these videos take about a week to write, record, and edit. Lastly, if you have any great video ideas, leave them in the comments below, as I could use yours and shout you out. I need to add one more thing, and that is subscribe to Brent Hoops. His link will be in the description. That is because he provided me with the basketball highlights that are in these videos. So yeah, go subscribe to him. But after all that, now to the video. Though the 2020 NBA draft was expected to be one of the worst of recent memory, it still has been relatively bad, but some high draft picks, like LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, and James Wiseman, has done good, or at least showed some potential. But players drafted outside of the lottery, like Immanuel Quickley, Tyrese Maxey, Saddiq Bey, and Payton Pritchard, have surprised their fans by outperforming expectations. Though Maxey, Bey, and Pritchard have been doing good, Quickley has had a big impact all season on a team that is the 6th seed and tied with the Toronto Raptors. And though Quickley hasn't started a game yet, he has played every game except 5 of them, and played as a spark plug that helped the worst offense in the league. The Knicks are also the best scoring defense in the league. But that is not all because of Quickley, though he is not a horrendous defender. The 21-year-old was drafted out of Kentucky and was expected to be a 3-and-D player after shooting over 42% from behind the arc on 4.8 attempts a game in his last season with the Kentucky Wildcats. Though he has been an average three-point shooter by going over 36% on over 4.5 attempts a game, he has been scoring from more ways than the three, even though I do expect his three-point percentage to go up, as he is a rookie, and we know that most rookies are usually not efficient. Another reason why I believe his three-point percentage can go up is because of his free throw percentage. Quickley is 6th in the league, shooting 93% from the charity stripe. And if a player has a high free throw percentage, then they most likely have a lot of potential, three-point shooting wise. So my prediction is that in 3 years, Quickley will be shooting over 40% from 3. But Immanuel Quickley has become one of the best rookie scorers in the league. He's averaging 11.8 points per game, which is 5th among rookies. And he's doing it on only 18.8 minutes per game, which is lower than the 4 rookies above him. The Knicks fan favorite is number 1 in points per 36 minutes, which is very impressive considering there are some good bucket getters in the draft, like LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, and Tyrese Maxey. Quickley hasn't been great rebounding or passing, but he does have an above average assist to turnover ratio of 2.8 to 1 and has showed some passing potential. One of the more criticized parts of the 6'3" point guard's game is his defense. But in an interview with GQ, when asked about being an offensive player but being coached by a defensive player in Tom Thibodeau, he said, "I'm not an offensive first player. I try to be a defensive first player. It may not show as much, but I'm still learning on the defensive end. I got really lucky as far as getting coach tips as my first NBA coach." Though I'm sure every NBA player would have said something like this, it sounds very encouraging that he acknowledged that he still has a lot to learn about the defensive side of the ball, and there is proof that he tries. As though he does get 2.1 fouls per game, that shows that he does really try on the defensive end. And if he learns good from Tom Thibodeau, I think he can be an above average defender. Quickley has been a great spark plug for the offensively challenged 6th seed New York Knicks. And if he begins to start games later in the season over Elfrid Payton, I think that there is a chance that Quickley could be a Rookie of the Year finalist. But there are plenty of other steals from the 2020 NBA draft that we need to talk about. Tyrese Maxey has been a great scoring option, and though he hasn't done much this season, Maxey started a stretch of games because of a lot of players being out from COVID-19 protocols, and the team went 3-3 in that stretch. Maxey isn't the steal of the draft because other than scoring, he isn't great at anything, but he has been exceptional in the scoring aspect of the game. Tyrese Maxey is only averaging 8.6 points, 1.9 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. per game as well as half a steal. But this is only on 16.9 minutes per game. In his 6 starts, Maxey averaged 16.2 points per game, and that includes a 39-point performance against the Denver Nuggets, where he went 18 for 33 from the field. Maxey also scored double digits in the next 4 games. Tyrese Maxey has also been used as a spark plug for the team, being the second leading scorer off the bench, behind Shake Milton, and has been great for a team that has surprised fans and is 21-11, which is first in the Eastern Conference. Payton Pritchard has also been one of the steals of the draft, despite being out for 2 weeks from a grade 1 MCL sprain earlier this season. Though the Boston Celtics have been very disappointing this season, Pritchard has been a bright spot on the squad. The former Oregon Duck is averaging 7.5 points, 2.4 assists, and 2.2 boards, and 0.6 steals per game. And though those stats aren't great, this is with a very talented team. So his stats won't be as good as players like Immanuel Quickley or Saddiq Bey, who were on the New York Knicks and Detroit Pistons. Pritchard has been shooting amazing from everywhere, shooting right under 45% from the field, about 38% from the three-point line, and 93% from the free throw line. What makes Pritchard shooting 45% from the field even more impressive is that over 56% of his shots are from the three-point line. Pritchard is also a good stretch player because he's so good from behind the arc. And if he could get his efficiency up a bit, then he should be shooting more, as he's only shooting 3.5 threes a game. And even though he's only getting 0.6 free throws per game, he's shooting over 93%. And it looks like soon Pritchard could be one of the best shooters in the NBA. The last player I'll be talking about is Pistons forward Saddiq Bey. Bey has been very inconsistent, as he scored double-digit points in a 3-game stretch in late December and early January. 2 games later, he scored his then career-high 20 points. To start out another double-digit point scoring streak that this time lasted 4 games. Bey then went another 4 games without scoring double digits. He has scored 10 points or more in the past 9 out of 10 games, including a 30-point double-double against the Boston Celtics. Bey has been averaging 9.5 points and 3.9 boards, and making over 40% of his 5.1 attempts from behind the arc. On arguably the worst team in the league, Saddiq Bey has gotten a ton of opportunities, and he's made the most of it. But yeah guys, that's the video. This video took about a week to make, so if you could leave a comment telling me any improvements, that means so much to me, as I want to make my content better for you guys. But thanks for watching, be healthy, stay safe, and peace.